Hey there, real estate enthusiasts. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I got a real treat for you, and I'll share with you how I made $595,000 in one flip in Seattle, Washington, and I'll take you step by step on how you can successfully flip a property and skyrocket its market value. For those of you who are new to the channel, I'm Adriano Torri, and I'm a licensed real estate agent in Washington State. I've had my first share of experience with flipping houses as well as investing. Now let's just start with the basics. What's house flipping? For those of you who don't know but are curious, house flipping is when you purchase a property, usually a fixer-upper or something on the lower end, and then you work on the property so that it becomes a nicer place to live. Thus, it increases in value, which can help you earn a boatload of cash. Now, it's not all rainbows and unicorns, and there are certain downsides to flipping properties if you don't thoroughly underwrite the deal. So stick around and I'll show you the exact steps I took to ensure that flipping houses is easier, more cost-effective, and less of a headache. Let's kick things off with the money talk, because budgeting is the backbone of any successful flip. I've been where some of you are, and trust me, I've learned some valuable lessons the hard way. But these lessons only made my journey in house flipping even better and more profitable. And it all starts with budgeting your money to make sure you're not spending any extra cash on unnecessary things, which will hurt your profitability down the road. Here are some budgeting tips that I found incredibly useful. Break down every expense, no matter how small, from acquisition to renovation. Do not purchase anything blindly without a strategic planning behind it. You want Fox panel boards, high-end Miele, and Wolf appliances, that's great. But what type of return investment will all this be? Are you really confident that the renovation focal points are in alignment with your buyer pool? How would you discern on the strategic fixtures that will compel buyers to be enticed to the point of paying top dollars? Always, and I mean always, have a cushion for unexpected expenses. A good rule of thumb is to have at least 6 months worth of expenses saved. This will give you a greater latitude on not having to scramble for money and start making poor decisions that may ultimately place you underwater. And discipline is your best friend. Don't let impulse spending lead you astray. Alright, we got the budget. Now how do we finance the flip? Where I purchased this property in Seattle, Washington, I had two options. I could go either hard money loan or conventional. Each is tailored for specific financing objectives based on your comfort zone and level of expertise. Hard money loans typically have faster closing times. It can close in as fast as 7 days. You can also obtain drafts to cover the renovation costs, and in instances, the appraisals are waived. The downside is you only pay interest on the loan, and the rates start at least 1% higher than a standard conventional loan. There is also a balloon payment clause, which tends to be 6, 12, or even 18 months. However, if you're running close to the deadline and the property has not sold, the hard money servicer can extend the loan payment for a fee, or they could foreclose on the property. So you need to be extremely on target with your timelines. You may also be eligible to write off your interest on the loan. On the other hand, conventional loans have less stringent underwriting conditions than their hard money counterparts. This is a 30-year investment property loan where you can choose a fixed rate or go on the 5 to 7 year adjustable rate loan route, which tends to have the lower interest rates. This type of loan won't have a short-term balloon, so you'll be able to breathe easier with a longer repayment frame. So which loan should you choose? It'll come down to the property condition, your financials, and level of expertise. As a rule of thumb, if the property is not livable and won't pass an appraisal inspection, our hard money loan is your choice. If the property is dated, it's functional, though it's still conforming to building code, conventional is your best option. Also, hard money loans are usually better for those who need quick financing, while conventional loans are better suited for people who want a property long term. Let's shift gears into our third step, which is choosing the right area. I chose Seattle because of its amazing housing market. It has tech, entertainment, amazing activities, wonderful educational opportunities, and so much more. It's perfect for people looking to start a career, make a job transition, or even grow a family. Location is everything when it comes to real estate, and it can make or break your property deal. Even if you work so hard on flipping a house, if the location is either inconvenient, unsafe, and not very desirable, that can have a major impact on whether you receive the return on investment you hoped for. So this leads into step number 4, which is how do we find properties with decent profitable margins? And this comes down to finding motivated sellers in desirable and trendy communities. Finding motivated sellers in real estate can be a chore, but it's not impossible. Two of my favorite tools in finding deals are Property Radar and Mojo. Once you've scrubbed the list of prospect sellers, your next step is to assess the equity margin and call or mail them. Then follow up with them. Be empathetic to the seller while keeping your figures sound. ARV. My friends, this is where the magic happens. I'll break down what ARV is and how I calculated it. There are two basic formulas. The first deals with how much you should pay on a deal. This is called the 70% rule, which is ARV, or the after repair value, times 70% minus the repair cost equals the maximum offer price on the property you are targeting. The second is calculating the average square foot price of comparable properties times your property square footage equals ARV, or property value plus the value of renovations. Now we're diving into the world of contractors. This can be a game changer if you want to speed up the process in renovating your property, because let's face it, you cannot do this alone. So hiring professional contractors such as carpenters, framers, masons, flooring people, roofers, landscapers, plumbers can make a real difference. Your best friend here is time, and your objective is to turn the property around and get it sold as soon as you take ownership. Home renovation is never an easy task, as managing contractors can be chaotic and challenging at times, though you'll be more efficient by leveraging yourself with more hands on deck than doing it all yourself. Make sure you interview no less than 2 contractors to manage your project. Thoroughly review the quotes against the standard rates for your area, and ensure you have an enforceable contract with whoever you're awarding the project to, so there is mutual accountability. The more clear you both are on the expectations, the more efficient and enjoyable the project will be. Remember, money is on the line here, and you need to be backed up with people who will help you grow your business. Now, let's talk about how you can make money off of the property you worked so hard to flip. I bought this home in early May 2022 for $700,000 in the Eastgate community of Bellevue, Washington, and I flipped it for $1,295,000 in late May the same year. So after 4 months of carrying the cost of the property and implementing the exact steps outlined in this video, I made a whopping $595,000 in gross revenue. After paying $124,000 on the renovation cost and $16,000 in hard money loan payments plus utilities, I made $455,000 before taxes. Flipping houses is a lot of work, but given the right renovation strategies paired with real estate knowledge, you can make this journey highly profitable for you. Thanks for joining today. If you found this content helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comment below, or tell us about your house flip stories. I love hearing from you. See you next time.